Hello friends, today we will discuss the electromagnetic modes in a circular waveguide. So first we will see that what is a circular waveguide and which kind of electromagnetic modes are generated in a circular waveguide. A circular waveguide is a tabular circular conductor. A plane wave propagating through a circular waveguide result in a transverse electric and transverse magnetic mode. So here you can see the shape of the circular waveguide and it supports the transverse electric and as well as transverse magnetic mode. There are some properties of the circular waveguide. That circular waveguide is most common form of a dual polarization transmission line, and it has an infinite set of transverse electric and transverse magnetic mode. And in a circular waveguide, each mode has a cutoff frequency. The cutoff frequency is a function of inside diameter of the waveguide. Okay, so the cutoff frequency depends on the diameter of the circular waveguide. In a circular waveguide, transverse electric 1-1 is a dominant mode, not transfer magnetic 0-1 mode. Why transverse electric 1-1 mode is a dominant mode? So here you can see the formula of the cutoff frequency of for transverse electric 1-1 mode. So you can see FCTE11 is equal to C upon 2 pi 1.841 upon A, where A is the radius of the circular waveguide. And similarly, this is the cutoff frequency for the transverse magnetic 0-1 mode. This will be C upon 2 pi 2.405 upon A. So you can see that when we will solve uh, for a given diameter, when we will solve these cutoff frequencies, we will found that the TE11 mode is the dominant mode having the lowest cutoff frequency. TE11 mode is the dominant mode in the circular waveguide, but for the wave propagation, we are not interested in the TE11 mode because it is actually the attenuation loss for TE11 is much higher as compared to TM01. And the another reason is the asymmetrical mode or consistent TE11. So you can see here that that the electric field and the magnetic field are not symmetric in TE11. So it is not popular. Now here you can see for TE01 or TM01 mode, here you can see that this mode is symmetrical for electric and magnetic field. TM01 has the highest cutoff wavelength. The mode TM01 is used for a rotary joint. This is the application of the transverse magnetic 01 mode in a circular waveguide. And TE01 mode has the lower attenuation compared to the other mode. So TE01 mode having the lowest attenuation. That is why in most of the application we interested in the TE01 mode for the wave propagation. Now we will see. Now we will design a circular waveguide, and we are taking an example for the designing of the circular waveguide. So here we are considering a airfield C104 circular waveguide, and the configuration of C104 waveguide is it have the a radius of 10.122 millimeter. So first we will calculate the cutoff frequency, and we will also see the first 7 modes and find the dominant mode, and also see the low loss mode for the same. Okay. So designing of the C104 circular waveguide, first we have to know that the designing formula of a circular waveguide depends on the Bessel's function. Okay. So transverse magnetic mode depends on the value of the Bessel's function, and transverse electric mode depends on the derivative of the Bessel's function. So in this table we can see that this is the mode number. M and N are the mode number. So here we are representing M and N, and third one is the root of the Bessel function, and fourth one is the root of the Bessel function derivative. Here we are taking the 8 different configuration of M and N. So this is 01, 02, 03, 11, 12, 21, 22, and 31. These are the different modes. So for 01, the root of the Bessel function is 2.405. For 02, the root of the Bessel function is 5.520. This is 8.654. And the corresponding roots of the Bessel's function derivative is 3.832, 7.016. So we will take the values from this table. Now first we will calculate the cutoff frequency for transverse electric 1-1 mode. So for the transverse electric 1-1 mode, this is the formula C upon 2 pi xi dash mn upon A. For 1-1 mode, here we can see that for 1-1 in this row, this is for 1-1, this value is 1.841. So we will put this value 1.841 here, and the value of A is 10.122. So when we will solve this equation, we will get the 8.68 gigahertz. Here C is the velocity of the light. So for the transverse electric 1-1 mode, we are having the cutoff frequency 8.68 gigahertz. Similarly for transverse magnetic 0-1 mode. So again, we can see this table, transverse magnetic 0-1. So for 0-1 mode, this is the first row, and for the transverse magnetic, we will take this value xi mn. This is 2.405. So we will put this value 2.405 here, and we will get FCM TM01 will be equal to 11.34 gigahertz. Similarly, we will calculate all 7 modes, and we will get this table. So we are having transverse electric 1-1, transverse magnetic 0-1, transverse electric 2-1, TM11, TE01, TE31, TM21, and their corresponding frequencies are here. Okay. Now we will design the circular waveguide for the diameter, for the radius 10.122 millimeter. To design the circular waveguide, we will use the HFSS software. So uh, first we will set the unit of the design. To set the unit, we will go in the modeler, then units, and it is by default this is millimeter, so we will not change it. Now we will select the cylinder, and in this cylinder we will put our value. So let us suppose this is RA radius, and the value of radius is 10.122 millimeter, and unit is already millimeter here, and unit type is length, so it is okay. Now the height, I am giving a variable h for height, and I am taking height as 50 mm. Now we have set the radius and the height of the circular waveguide. By Control D, we can see the overall view of this waveguide. Now we will change the color and transparency. I am giving 50% transparency. Okay. Material is right now it's a vacuum. Now what we will do, we will assign the electric field boundary to this waveguide. So by by F key, I will select the surface, and by right clicking here, this is assign boundary, and I am choosing perfect E. Okay. Now in this tree, I can see the boundary perfect E here. So you can see that the inside the circular waveguide it is vacuum, and outside it's a electric boundary. Now we will assign the excitation. So again I am selecting this surface and I am assigning the excitation, and in this excitation I will choose wave port. This is port 1. Next I will choose for 7 modes, then next finish, and similarly I will assign the excitation to the opposite surface. So again I will choose the surface or this cross section and then assign excitation. Similarly viewport, this is viewport 2, and I want to get 7 modes. Next finish. Now the designing part is complete. Now I will do the setup for this design. In the analysis, I will right click and add solution setup. In the solution setup, my solution frequency is 18 gigahertz, because we have seen that one mode is, because previously we have seen that uh, our frequency range is from 8 to approximately 24 gigahertz. So that is why I am taking 18 gigahertz as the central frequency, and the number of passes it can be 11. Okay, now after creating the setup, I will add the frequency swap. In the frequency swap, it will I am choosing this fast, and in the linear setup, I am starting from 8 gigahertz to 24 gigahertz. Okay, now I will validate my design and then I will analyze. So I am saving this as a CW. Now we can see that the simulation is running out. Now our simulation is completed. So we can see the result. First, I will see the different modes. So I will go in the project tree, and here I can see the port field display, and I am choosing port 1. So the we can see the geometry of the mode 1. Similarly, this will be the geometry of mode 2. This is mode 3, which is looking like symmetrical. This is mode 4. This is mode 5. This is mode 6, and this is mode 7. So I can see the different modes here. Now I will see the electric and magnetic field propagation through the waveguide. To see this, I will select the cylinder from here, and then I will go in the field, plot field, electric field, and this is I want to see the vector, like electric field in the vector form. I will choose select the cylinder one, and now I can see the electric field. Now for mode 1, the electric field will be looks like this. So if we want to see the animation, then we will go in the field and then animate. So here you can see that how electric field is propagating through the circular waveguide, and in the front view you can see that why it is not symmetrical. So in the front view you can see that why it is not a symmetrical transmission mode. Now similarly we will see the way now we will try to see the different modes. So we will go in the field overlay, then edit source. So I am assigning the third mode to be high, and here you can see for the third propagating mode it is symmetrical. So third propagating mode is symmetrical, and we will see the animation for this mode. Now you can see that how electric field is propagating through the circular waveguide in the third transmission mode. So this is the way of wave propagation. Now similarly you can see this kind of wave propagation for transverse magnetic mode also, and for the different for different 7 modes. Okay. Now we will see the reflection and attenuation. Now we will see the attenuation diagram of these 7 modes. So we will select HFSS results and create model solution data report, then rectangular plot. In this rectangular plot, we will select the gamma, and then we will select these first 7 modes, and it will be, and in this function we will select the imaginary part, and we will click on the new report. So here we can see that we are getting these 4 different frequencies where we are getting minimum attenuation. So we can see that the first frequency is 8.7, and in our case we are getting 8.68, something like this. So it is more or less similar. The second is 11.5, third is 14.6, next is 18.3. So we are getting the same result as we have seen in the table or in our theoretical calculation. Okay, so these are the first 7 modes. So here you can see that by this curve info, this is our first mode. Now this is there are 2 modes having the same cutoff frequency. Now this is our third mode, this is our fourth mode, and fourth and fifth having the again same cutoff frequency, and sixth and 7 having the same cutoff frequency. So you can see this by this attenuation diagram, we are getting the first 7 modes of the propagation. So the theoretical and the measured result are same. So today we have seen the simulation of circular waveguide. In the next video, we will see some other kind of transmission line, and we will see that how various electromagnetic modes are propagating through the other kind of transmission lines. Thank you.